Good morning, or good afternoon, I should say. If anyone's there, I'll be waiting for a little bit for people to come in. Just was a little bit late getting stuff ready for what I'm going to be doing today and checking my screen to make sure everything's the right color. I guess I should. Hello. How's everybody? Hey, Terry. Dot, Stacks. Good to see you all. A little bit late, but I was trying to get all my stuff so we wouldn't have to do a bunch of running around on stream. Hey, Joan. So how's everybody doing? Nice sunny day here. Hey, Eileen. Angel. Remelda. Gail, hi. Oh, really, Joe? Gail? Oh, it's nice here so far. You never know with this part of right in by the lakes. You don't get sunshine too often. We're mostly in a snowstorm or snow squalls during the winter. So it's nice when we do get some sun. But we haven't had a whole lot of snow this winter, which is odd. Oh, you're by Lake Michigan. Ah, yeah. Yeah, there's always snow when you're around the lake. It's nice in the summertime though, as it doesn't get as hot because of the water temperature. Keeps the air a little cooler than inland, which is nice. So is everybody doing their art? What have you been doing? I saw Colleen doing some really cool stuff. I live on the lake. Oh, stop. Jeez. You never know, Eileen. The way this weather patterns are going, I may end up being your weather and you'll be mine. Who knows? You've been cleaning? Well, I guess you have to do it every so often, or, you don't want your kids calling people on you to come and clean your house. I hate cleaning too. I used to do it as a living. Part-time while the kids were young. No, really? You got all your art stuff all over the place? Yeah, I gotta clean mine up again. I still didn't clean my one room where I have everything stored. It's still sitting in boxes, so I could find some really cool stuff. So I'm gonna do that next week when I get back from the city. Oh, that's nice, Dot. I wish I could do that. I would love that. Nice. Well, if you can do it, do it. Why waste your time cleaning? Sheesh. Oh, you're in 2 different rooms, Gail? Well, I take some of my stuff upstairs to do my, what do you call it? Daily journal, I guess you call it. Daily visual journal, you know, the one I've been pasting collage in. So I've got a little one of those little, what are they called? Those carts that you can roll with 3 layers. I have one of those upstairs with my washi tape and glue and some watercolor, that type of thing. So today I'm gonna show you some more books. So get ready. And Eileen, I know Janet's gonna love these. So Janet, when you're watching the recording, open that Amazon page. Here it comes. These are really good books. Of course, I say that every time, but I do like these books. And I'm blaming this one on you, Eileen. Totally on you. Book number 1. I do like watercolor. Now, I've only been doing watercolor for the past 5 years, maybe. And but I wouldn't say I'm a purist in watercolor. I prefer mixed media watercolor. Hi, Shauna. Yeah, I saw that, Dot. I'm so lucky I don't have a Michael's or any art store around me for at least a 2-hour drive. So I'm safe. So I can't just wander in and, you know, how you wander in to go get glue and you come back with $100 worth of whatever. I can't do that here. Although I could wander around Amazon, but I try not to do that. I really like the look of mixed media watercolor. So this, I think it's this one, or maybe it's the other one. There is some DVDs or online courses you can take with this person. But I just love the textural look and the. I find a lot of this type of work is kind of abstract looking, but then they zero in on something that you can identify, basically. But I do love it. So I plan to do a bunch of these in the future. Like, look at that. That's wet on wet with, looks like plastic wrap. And then they get really detailed in the leaves and the berries. I just love that. I think it's kind of reminds me of what's her name? Haynes, is it? The one that does very loose watercolor. It kind of reminds me of that style. Yeah, look at this. Like, that's just gorgeous. Very loose. Hi, Colleen. So I want to do a bunch of that. And it doesn't look that difficult, really. And she does draw some pretty heavy lines on her paper, I noticed, but it's part of it. That's the nice thing about it. It's part of it. So she gives you the basics that they all give you in the books about paper and paint and whatnot. And then she gives you step-by-steps on how to do this. Like, look at this. She uses a lot of granulation in her work. So I did have to go and order some granulation to try it. So I want to try that and see if I can work with that. But look at that. It's very loose. So there's, you can have blooms, you can have whoopses, and you would never know. You would never know. This is cute too. Queen Anne's lace. I love that. And the rocks. This is pretty. And I think some of this stuff she actually uses, let's see. She actually uses flowers and stuff. I can't remember. I'll have to, once I get into it and read most of it. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the texture in that. I think that's just beautiful. She uses probably plastic wrap. She uses wax paper too, which makes a totally different mark. Step-by-steps again, how to do this. And I like her subject matter. Very, very simplistic. Like, how many artists just do the dandelion seeds heads? A ramble of bush and whatnot in a forest. And I think she uses a lot of string and that type of thing too. And I was thinking I might go into the dollar store. And you can get the Easter grass that you put into the baskets. Well, I noticed the last time I was at the dollar store, they did have some, but it wasn't the plastic stuff. It was an actual, almost like straw, it felt like, but not a really stiff straw. So I bet that would look really cool because it would collect the watercolor and make those darker areas. So I think I'm going to get some of that to try that. Hawthorn. See, she gives all the step-by-steps, which is awesome. She does a lot of scratching into her paint too, which I like to do. She uses pencil. She uses gouache. She uses acrylic paint. Splatters. She does use a lot of granulation. I'll show you what the granulation does. Like, look at those birch trees. That's gorgeous. Here, this is granulation. See this part here? That's what the granulation does. This here. So it's a great book because of the, look at that. She even scrapes, let's see, ink tents onto the watercolor. Did you hear that, Eileen? There's another reason to have ink tents. Look at that. I love that. Look at the fence. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. I got to do these. And I just love that there's step-by-steps. Different types of fences. I think they're so gorgeous. So you can take online classes with this lady. She uses inks too. Look at that. That's cool. Look at all the granulation. Gives it texture. Reverse watercolor. There's plastic wrap. So she actually uses it to make the tree branches. That's cool. Very wet. Very wet. You have to let these dry by themselves. You can't. Oh, look, real leaves. That's cool. So that's what it turns out like. It's almost like an eco print. Now that's cool. We got to try that. Like, look at that. It's beautiful. See, I'm really into this type of stuff. I love this type of stuff. I guess I'm mixed media by heart. So I really gravitate to this type of art. I do like all the other art, but I seem to go back to this. So this is an awesome book, guys. I think this is one of her newer ones. Let me see. She has a few out. 2018, yeah. There's the name of the book. Yeah, isn't that neat, Colleen? That one. The other ones I have are just as good. Hold on to your. This one, abstracts, acrylic. Now this is acrylic. I do like acrylic still. But this is abstract acrylic so that you could almost make it look like watercolor. But I like this stuff too. And it gives you all the, you know, what to buy, da-da-da-da-da. Reference pictures. So see, she gives that's what she did out of this reference. It may not look exactly, but she has some type of reference. Maybe it's for color, like this one here. Doesn't look at all like what this looks like, but it's the color combo that she's using. That's your type of book. And this is kind of the eco print also, but using a spray paint over top. That's cool. So using real leaves again, or you could get the silk leaves and use them too, because you can get some really neat silk stuff. Spray paint, making watercolor out of your photo transfer technique, painting knife technique. So it tells you, and then she tells you how to do it all. So this is the transfer technique. So she gives you a step by step. Magnolias, step by step. So she explains it here. She doesn't necessarily show you, but I think this is would be a great one too. At least she gives you a reference in the beginning of the book of each of these ones that she does. So I think this book would be a cool one to do also. So I like acrylics. Look at that. That's cool. There's the spray paint. So it's kind of looks like your reverse watercolor. You're painting the negative space. Look at the horse. That's gorgeous. Painting knife technique. I like painting knife too. It's got a really very different look. Mixed media. Like, that's pretty. The water lilies, that's pretty. So I thought this would be really cool to try. So we'll have to try some of these too. At this rate, everything I want to do, I'm going to have to practically stream every day of the week to get it all in. Then, realistic abstracts. So you can still see the people, the trees, but it's abstract. I like this type of work. No, I think this is how it works. Materials. Not sure what kind of paint he uses. I think it's a combination of different mediums. But it's I love that. Abstract though. That's pretty too. The dancer. Hi, Tori. So I just like this book for, there are some steps by steps to get what they're doing. A lot of it's kind of geometric, I guess you could say. That's pretty. Just drawing with a bit of paint. I like that. It's different styles. So I got this book more for inspiration, I guess. All right, and then the last one, dynamic watercolors. I've taken a course from her. She's also a mixed media watercolorist, I would say. Kind of like the other lady. She uses a lot of granulating formula or whatever you want to call. Look at that. Crackled. Isn't that gorgeous? That is so cool. I love that. Dark blue wash over a pre-prepared crackle base gives the depth. That's pretty. Oh, step by steps. That's pretty. I love flowers, you know me. That's cute. On a map. There you go, Shauna. There's an idea. Look at that one. They use a transparent watercolor ground on it. That's really cute. Butterfly on music paper. Leaves. Texture. That's pretty. Crackle paste. Here's a whole section on crackle paste, you guys. We'll have to try that out. I know so many people have been having problems with crackle. We'll have to figure it out. See, look at that. I think that's so cool how they have it crackled on the bottom only. That's neat. And they put a little bit of gold on parts of it. I like that. That looks really cool. Granulation and texture paste. Tissue paper. Metallic leaf. Painting on top of metallic leaf. That's cool. Wire brushing. To distress the, that's cool. Stamping the surface with leaves. Here you go. That's neat. They've got primula leaves because they're very, very textured leaves. So go to your grocery store. You should have primula in the grocery store now because it's almost spring. And then they put it into the, see what, watercolor ground, coarse or smooth. They just press the back of it in. Awesome. Inks with your crackle. Oh, look at that. They made a C. That's pretty. So this is a good book. Shauna, you should get this one. I think you would like it. Granulation. See how it kind of looks, almost looks like you rubbed a crayon over top of it. It's neat. See how it granulates? So that'd be good for beach, that type of thing. Splatting. Food wrap. Salt. Gouache. There's the what are they using here? Contour relief. Contour relief gel. It'd be like puff paint, probably. They're just giving it a fancy name. Bronzing powder. Stencils. This one's got a lot of different things in it. They've got step-by-steps too, so that's cool. Inspirational ideas. Very, very neat. Awesome book, too. I think it's just puff paint. So that was the last one. So the other thing I got my spy paper. And I did buy some more napkins and tissue that I found. I was at the dollar store. Okay, so this is it's water soluble translucent paper. This one. It's laser inkjet copier compatible. And I did try it and it does work. And I didn't have to adhere it onto another paper or anything. It just took it. I have an Epson printer. So I printed out this bunny head. See, it's translucent. Here. So you can see through it. Bon girls. Hi, Bon. So this is an inkjet printer. Now the trick is for it to, because it doesn't give you any instructions. So I'm not sure if you put it down this way or should you put it down this way. See, it soaks right through. That's the back side. How many? This came with 25 sheets, and I think it was $8. And then you can try some. This is another kind. I think these were, one of those Amazon add-ons. And it's I think it's a little heavier. Oh, maybe not. No, it's about the same. So I thought we could maybe stamp on this and see what we have to do. It's good for trying, but yeah, make sure you put your paper back into a sealable plastic. So you don't want any kind of moisture getting to this. If it got too humid, you wouldn't have any paper left, but a little blob in the bag. So what I thought we could do is do a mixed media page, and I'll put this bunny on it. So what do you think? Do not let your dog. Yes. Yep, we're going to try it out. I'm interested in seeing, because this would be cool. What I am thinking is I picked out. I picked out some stencils. Ouch! Oh, I just bumped my knee. Oh, that hurt. I've got this paper here. Or we could make our own. I got these. That's out of K & Company. It's an old paper pack. And I got stencils here. So I thought we could try and do something. See what turns out. My knee. I have bruises on my knee. Oh. probably would fit. Or I could do this side. I'm not fussy with this. Or I could tear some. I suppose I could put multi-layers. I will also have a bunch of napkins. I have these that I printed out. I have stamps, stencils. Let's see. Do a mishmash. A real mixed media one. Super mixed media. I just picked out a bunch of different napkins. We could just throw napkins and paint, or we could put this type of thing on. These are do a little winter scene. The little bunnies peeking up. We also have these. This is pretty. It would go with this paper, probably. Yes. How did you paint on it? If water song. How did I print on it? Just print. It's not paint. It's print. I printed on it. Where'd it go? Okay, where did I put it? Oh, geez. Oh, there it is. I've lost it already. Yeah, I just printed it on my inkjet printer. Yeah. Okay, let's try and see what we can dream up. So maybe we can throw some paint and a little bit of paper, napkins. Let's see. I think we'll use paint and paper napkins. So we'll take this one apart. I got any tape here? I left it all upstairs. Oh, there it is. So we'll use some of this one. Come on, here. There. Doesn't matter if it's torn because I'm going to tear it up anyways. So we can use a paintbrush. Let's use some of this. Let's see, what can we do? I don't know if I want that bird on there yet. Take that off. Have a tree. I need some matte medium. All right, so let's glue some of this down. Get a brush. Oh, gotta find a glue brush. New, I guess. I'm putting the napkin down first because I want the true color of the napkin to show through. And if I paint first, I won't get the true color because it's see-through. It's good and adhered. And we not really worried about matching stuff. I will just put that there instead. Okay. And let's see, what else can we do? Maybe down here. Any questions? Now, some of this may end up being just painted over, but it'll give me a color combination, I guess, for what paint to use. Okay. So side, I might use a bird later. We'll see. What else I got here? Got some flimsy paper. That might be pretty here and there. I guess I could put throw some I don't want a straight line, so I like to take the straight line off because it's a little easier painting it out, so to speak, than a straight line. I only put straight lines along the edge. If you have like the edge of your picture. And here. All right. Well, yeah, let's do that. I can cut the edges later. That's fine. Okay. Now let's dry that. So see what's going on with you guys. So I'm going to add some paint and stenciling with this. So I'm going to try and incorporate the colors that are already here with some paint. You can stamp, you can do all kinds of stuff. So this is basically, I'm using what I have. I didn't buy anything extra to make this page except for the paint, the disappearing paper. But this would be a really neat idea if you were, if you got a bunch of work that you've done in different books and you want to reuse it, say, you could actually put it back into your work and something else. I got your vials, your funnels. What are you doing? Or should I ask? Sounds like you're experimenting. Funnels and holders and vials. Mrs. Hyde. Oh, okay. I was going to call you Mrs. Hyde. Oh, you got more magicals? I want this good and dry before I start painting on it. I bet they do. They're happy, Eileen. Getting there. They have everything, Eileen. They don't need anything else. Alrighty. So now I want to get and make a little bit of background stencils. Where did I just put? Oh, there they are. Stamps, and then I'll do a little stamping also. But let's do stamps here. I guess I don't really need those right now. And that might look cool. Later. I think I need some background stuff first. So that might look cool. Or I could use that. That's too, I don't think I'll use that yet. This one or this one? Try this one. Okay, now I need to get some paint. So I want, let's see, I could go into a cream, the blue, maybe a little green. That might work. Yeah, I think that this one and that should do. I could even go into another green, maybe a little bit darker. That's almost the same size. I don't know, that'll work. Okay. All right. Now, I think I'll bring some of this cream down into the blue. Has anyone used Finn's rust paints? Nope. Whose stencils are those? Which, Tori? Which ones do you mean? There are a bunch of different ones. Some are Donna Downey, some are Stencil Girl, some are from Wish. Okay, just got a makeup sponge here. And I think we need to bring this a little bit darker. A little more. Put it over. Take some of the edges off. And it just blends it in. Just tip the edges down a little so it fades in. So just take your baby wipe and brush the edges so that it fades in. We should do some around here too. You just don't want to put it in one spot. You should bring it all over the place if you're going to be putting any of this on. Let's just put some in the stencil. Okay, then you don't have to use all the same stencil. You can use more. You can use different colors if you want. Let's try the blue now. Put a little blue stencil. Hope this one might be goopy. Let's see. Bring the blue that's here. Cover some of this up. And I think I'll take it off. There, see? So when you put stencils over top of things, it kind of blends the edges in. A little bit of green. So I didn't cover all of my, if you notice, my paper has white spots, and that's where you can put a lot of paint too. Let's see, this is a darker one. Because you have matte medium on it too, you can take away certain, if you don't like where you put it. Let's see. Try. Some areas yellow. blue. So I went into the blue, kind of put that together. That one needs a lot, I think. Blend that in a little bit. I think it needs more dark. I don't like the light green, I don't think. I'm gonna take that off. Maybe some blue. Put a smidgen of blue in here. Needs more. There. All right, so we'll dry that. Thanks, Vaughn. All right, now where will he fit best? I think probably in there. There. It's fairly dark there. It's light there. Just seeing where the sky's going to fit best. I think space needs to be here. That should be okay. There. All right, here's the now I'm gonna water down my gesso, or not gesso, matte medium, and I'm gonna cut him out. I'm not gonna cut out, I'm just gonna cut around him. I'm not gonna cut him like, we'll see how it dissolves or not. If it doesn't, it'll leave a clear, semi-clear halo around them. Okay, so I just cut it out like that. So let's water down this. Let's get a different. I need to put my matte medium on. I want it fairly watery. We'll see how fast it dissolves. It's interesting, guys. Okay. Getting wet. Okay. Don't know how much I have to put on. Okay, so the edge it just melts away. So the best way of going about this is to cut close to your image, and then you can wipe away the excess. I wonder think you could use it like a transfer. You know, you have to wipe away the transfer. So I wonder if once it, no, I guess, no, that wouldn't work either. Because the matte medium will make it stick. But yeah, I would probably use it in a way that you have to cut close to your image, because then it didn't turn out what I thought it would be, because you can't see the pattern in the face here. Now maybe it will be different once it's dry. We'll see. So dry it. Or should I wait? Very experimental. So you can't see the edges, that's for sure, because I've wiped away any of the excess paper or whatever this stuff is. Maybe it's cornstarch or something. It's interesting. No, I used matte medium with water. Because there is a, whatever it's made out of, it's still there. Like it's not gone. You know what I mean? It's not turned into a liquid and then evaporates. There is a, whatever it's made out of left. But if this is the way it dries, I would just use tissue paper. Tell you the truth, and do the same thing. Or napkins. They're just as transparent. Use the this part of the napkin and print on it. I've done that before. So really, I don't think I would buy it. Thanks, Tori, for coming. I think I was looking up transfers, and I came across somebody that was using this for a transfer. And I thought, oh. And then I looked it up on Amazon, and sure enough, there it was. But I think you have more. It's more see-through with a napkin paper or a very thin tissue paper than this stuff, really. I would just print on tissue paper and do the same thing. You see? You can't really see where it's rough. It feels rough, but you can see where the paper, I didn't It didn't disappear right here by the ear. You can't see this pattern through there. Same with the nose area. You can't really, it's not really distinguished in the ears or the nose area. It's not bad, but I don't think it's worth the money, to tell you the truth. I wouldn't get it. Kathy, how can you print on tissue paper? It will go through printer. Yeah, I've done tissue paper. Yeah, you just cut it just a little bit smaller than your copy paper, and then you tape it onto your copy paper so it doesn't move. And then the printer will take your copy paper and print on it. Now, there is one type of paper if you want something that's completely see-through, and that's Gampi paper. That I do know will be completely see-through. So if you want to see the pattern through your photo or whatever it is you've printed on Gampi paper, then that's what I would use. And it's probably a little cheaper, actually, because I think you can get a great big sheet of Gampi for 70 cents or something like that. And you can get it in a natural color or you can get it white. But you can paint. The nice thing about Gampi paper is you can actually paint on it and it won't buckle. A lot of artists use it when they're wanting to put, say, a streak through their paper or painting, but they're not sure they want to take that chance, so they put it on Gampi paper, and then they can position it on your paper where you want it, and then they just glue it right down on the paper. Yeah, it takes ink. I've printed on it. It's beautiful stuff. Never buckles. It's strong too. I had one that I had printed text on, and I was putting it on a canvas that I was doing. And if you put your matte medium down and put it down, it'll actually print the ink off of the Gampi paper if you quickly pull it up, and you can do a bunch of prints with it. And it doesn't tear. It's really neat. Do you have some? Yes, I do. Let me think. Where did I put it? Just hold on. I got this one when Karen had the store. She bought me a bunch. It's very, 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 very thin, but it's strong. Here, I'll take a piece, a little bit, and print on it, or not print on it, but stamp on it, and I'll show you. This one's natural color. I think you can get different thicknesses too. See, you can see right through it. Get ink. Got some archival and a little stamp here. And we'll stamp on it. Piece of paper. So you can see it. Maybe you. Yeah, I'll paint on it too. Show you. And see, it'll go right through. But see, it's not buckling. It does not buckle. Then it's very hard to rip even. It's kind of shiny. It's got a bit of a sheen to it. It almost feels like silk. Okay. We'll put this here. And then here. We'll put it here. Let me dry it first. The paint's dry. I don't want it. And okay, so we'll just put matte medium right here. Now this one's got a natural tint to it, so it is a little bit yellow. You see? It disappears a lot more than this one. Because you can still see the print through it. Put paint on it. Where did I put it? Oh. Maybe I'll paint some leaves. Doesn't buckle. So you can cut this out too. I'll show you about the printing of how it prints too. No, I'm not going to print it on my computer, but I mean like a text stamp. I'll show you what it does. Where's my other brush? There it is. Throw this one here. Try it. Here. See? Yeah, it does a little bit, but not as much as that one. But it's nice because it doesn't buckle, and it's easy to put through a printer. Just one of the dilutions. Yeah. And oop. Should I do it green? Sure. The other side. Where did I put it? Yeah. Now I put it on like that. Actually, I'll show you what I did on my paint. I think it will work. Oh, actually, I need that. You have to wait, Chloe. You're fine. A little bit of this. Trying to remember what I did. See if I can do it again. It might not work. Need lots of gel medium. No. I might need printer paper because I had printed it on. Yeah, it won't work. It's archival, dummy. Jeez. Duh. No, it's printer paper. Or printer ink that I use. If you use printer ink, but see, I picked it up and it's still in good shape. Because the inkjet ink, oh, for Pete's sakes, the inkjet ink will come up. So you can actually pull up your paper and reuse it again and again on your almost like a stamp. See? So let's put some more of these on. Okay. Cute. Okay, now I think I'm going to put just other stuff. This one or have the Donna Downey stencil. That might look kind of cool. I could do it in a brownish green. Or should I do it in paint? The old green. This is olive. I think I'm just going to do the bottom half first. Aw, Dee Dee, thank you. I can send you an art card. That's my first chat, super chat. You just christened it. I think it needs paint. Let's paint it. Nice dark green. One. Avocado. That's right. Maybe we'll mix it. Mix it up. I don't know if this is the right way of doing these. I've never used paint on these. So we'll give it a whirl. What are you trying to talk Colleen into now, Eileen? She's going to have to be streaming 24 hours too. It's all right. It's nothing to write home about though. Let's put a little bit here. To get some paints. What, special paints? And I'll just do that one there. Dry. Thin rust paints. I guess. Are they new? Why are they so special? You have to get them. Water, just a minute. I'll put some water so it just dry. Okay, let's dry that. Now they are, no, they're not new. Here. Now, it's kind of too green on the bottom there, so I'm going to put something else on there. Let me think. Maybe dark, maybe brown. Sticks. That's what we'll do. Sticks. I put those. And this is an old TCW stencil. Let's see. What part? That there. Never mind. And we'll put some. Yeah, I use spy paper. And the government actually uses it, it said. This is just asphaltum. So I don't know why they call it. It looks brown to me. I'm almost done, Chloe. Just a minute. Oh, you're pitiful. Not going to work. Yeah, it's not even time, Chloe. Yeah, that's better. And up there, I think. Just a little bit more. Just like to bring it up a little bit here. Maybe some more here. The thick woods. Here. It gives it a little bit more depth. Maybe darken it a bit. The corners. Just tap it out. Okay. Dry that, and then we'll paint his nose. Hey, Kim. All right. So far, so good. Now, I think his nose needs to be pink. So, it's just a tad of pink, not a lot. Hey, Lena. You missed it. We use spy paper. I'm just gonna give this bunny a little bit of a pink nose. Doesn't really show pink on, just very, very light, not very dark. Then I'm going to put a little bit more, select a few more of these berry things. Where did I put them? Oh, there. So we got a few on here. Or maybe I'll just paint some. Let's paint some. So kind of an ochre. Red. Make some. One in here. Few. I'm going to put a little bit more color in these ones here, just because I can. And then just a little bit of red. I'm going to mix the red with this brown a little bit, just to tone it down. And letting it mix in with the orange. This is a filbert brush I'm using, so it's rounded, so it'll give that look. Might brighten them up a bit. Bright eyes. There. See? Make your own. You can add some grasses to it. You could do all kinds of stuff. Okay, let's dry that so I don't put my fingers through it. Thanks, guys. Here's a cute bunny picture. I got it on Pinterest. This is a downloadable one, free. Yeah, kind of feels like Christmas. I like to bypass February. I don't like February. It's too yucky a month for weather here. Always snowing and blowing and storms. Okay, I think I should brighten up his ears. Their ears are usually a pink. Especially if the sun is shining through them. There. Give them a little bit. I think I'll give a little bit of a glow. So I'm going to put that kind of a corally color into it. Just maybe a bit of red. Just to brighten them up a bit. Not a lot. You just wipe them down. There. Doesn't really show a lot, but little pink nose. And then after you've done that, you can take your markers, you can give a little glow to the eye. So give a little sparkle to the eye. And maybe a little more white. I'm almost done. You could get a marker, yes I do, and give a little highlight to the berries, make them shine a bit. Just a little dash on them. Maybe on his nose. See? A little bit of shine on them. You got tulips coming up? Oh, I'm so jealous. We won't have that for a couple more months. What else? We could highlight some of the branches, maybe. Certain parts. And then let's put some black on one side of the side. I'm missing my E. Oh, Chloe. Guys, she doesn't eat out because she went out before I came on. She wants to be fed, and it's early. She thinks she can get me to give her something ahead of time. Now Coco started. No, it's not time, you guys. Come on. There. Just makes it stand out a little bit more. Okay. So I think that's it. Put some few incorporated into the background a little bit by adding the whiskers longer. Some fur stuff. Guess we could give her some eyelashes too. There. See, just add a little bit of pen work, and then it makes them pop out a little bit more. Makes them be more with everything else. It doesn't look like it was just pasted on. So that's that one. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Haven't done a mixed media one in a long time. So I guess I can mark that one. Today's the 30th. All right, so that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed, and well, now we found out about spy paper, whether it's worth it or not, and told you what I would use instead of spy paper. So if you can find the Gampy paper, use that. If not, use your tissue paper, and it'll do the same, well, better, I think. So tonight, Kathy and Colleen will be on. I think it's Colleen's, is it Colleen's channel or Kathy's channel? You like the Gampy paper? Yeah, I do too. Chloe, good heavens. Hold your horses. Thanks, Lena. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Hope you enjoyed. Chloe, stop. I gotta go up and feed these guys. So we'll see you at Kathy or Colleen's. And then we'll see you again next week. Same time, same day. So you guys get creative, try something. It's just paper. Thanks, Pacola. It's okay, it's Colleen's channel. Okay. Yeah, it's just paper. And this is how we learn. And you don't advance in your talents unless you make mistakes and learn by them. So don't be hard on yourself. Enjoy the process. All right. So we'll see you later. Have a good night, everyone.